Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I talked about cleaning up any of that residue that you left behind yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. I suggest you clean that up. If you're down and out and depressed, you're the only one that made that mess. You're the only one that has the power to clean that up. And remember, yesterday is gone and we are not promised tomorrow. Now I'm going to go over the list of all the things that control us throughout the day. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. Then you have nothing but excuses, gambling, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, never having enough, being in a relationship with a man or a woman, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually abusing one another. Or you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about coming to peace with pain in our body, pain that people cause us, what we do with it. And as we get older, we have different types of pain. If we're athletic, we have injuries, and we all have to come to terms with pain mentally, physically, spiritually, and talk about how we can alleviate some of that pain. And remember, you're damned if you do, and if you're damned if you don't. In other words, you have to keep moving. You cannot baby yourself. You can't do too much, and you can't do too little. I'll talk about some solutions. I have pain. I wake up with pain. I have arthritis. I have a new knee with surgery. I wake up tight every single day. I have to move my body. It's kind of like a blessing, one of those blessings that, when bad things happen with the surgery, I had to get manipulated and adjusted back. I couldn't do it on my own. I had extra scar tissue. But it forces me. I don't even have a choice. Being complacent is not even optional, or I wouldn't be able to move. So I'm reminded every day of my pain. I watched my clients as they woke up and fought through their pain, their crippled feet, put on their slippers, put on their Saks Fifth Avenue outfits, and it didn't stop them. They got out every single day. It really is your attitude and your attitude around the pain, whether it's mental or physical. So if it's mental, it's about letting go, and that's where somebody else comes into, writing a letter to the person that has caused you pain. You don't even have to give it to them. You can read it to somebody you love, rip it up, light a candle, and just make them dead in your head so you no longer have to think of them. And a lot of times, a lot of the pain could be alleviated through diet, what we put in our body, what we put in our mind. It's really key. Toxic foods can exacerbate and put fire on our pain, on our arthritis, on our joints. And it plays about 80%, a huge role in our recovery is what we put in our body. Are we getting enough water? Are we getting enough nutrition, fruits, vegetables, yogurt, calcium, protein, instead of garbage? Remember, the food is so addicting. The toxins that they put in the food, the chemicals they put in the food, so much sugar, and you become addicted to it and you don't even know it. And a lot of times with people in pain, they sit around and eat all day and feel sorry for themselves. And they get to a point where they can't even move. So today I want you to look at where you have pain and what you can do about it. Get some help. Get on a program. Get on a diet. Work with somebody professionally that can help you with this, and start working on alleviating that pain. Once I start moving, I wake up feeling, at a high level 10. And as the day goes on, even after I do the podcast, my pain alleviates to an 8 as I start moving, a 7. By the middle of the day, I'm down to like a 3, 2. I mean, it really does get better and better and better. better. But it doesn't get better just by talking about it. It gets better by being in action. Remember, we can never heal or cure ourselves without a game plan of action. Balance, not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it is life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect that you get in return. Remember, the goal for all of us truly is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long. It has to be as natural as going to the bathroom, or else your head gets backed up. Remember, if you have an attitude, be attitude, being in the highest possible state of happiness, good humor, and contentment with the way things are. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Hey, you manipulators, smooth talkers, narcissisms, your words mean nothing and your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful saying by Louise L. Hay. Addiction, running from yourself, not knowing how to love yourself, loving treatment. Deep at the center of my being, there's an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my conscious, my very being, and radiates from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied. The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes me feel good. It's an expression of my inner joy. I love myself, therefore I take lovingly care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing foods and beverages. I lovingly groom it and dress it, and my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. I love myself, therefore I provide for myself a comfortable home, one that fills all my needs and is a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms with the vibration of love that so all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it. I love myself, therefore I work at a job that I truly enjoy doing, one that uses my creative talents and abilities, working within 4 people that I love and that love me and earning a good income. I love myself, therefore I behave and think in a loving way to all people, for I know that which I give out returns to me multiplied. I only attract loving people in my world, for they are a mirror of what I am. I love myself, therefore I forgive and totally release the past and past experiences, and I am free. I love myself, therefore I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good, and knowing that my future is bright and joyous and secure. For I'm a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore. So it is. Trust the process. No more questioning. All I need is taken care of. Louise L. Hay. Beautiful, beautiful woman. All right, I'm going to read a little part of my book. Page 102, number 3. Self-understanding begins here. How we think of ourselves has a profound impact on how we see others. We must no longer blame anyone or anything around us for our unhappiness. We must take full responsibility for what we need to do to be at peace mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Take one step at a time. Each person who comes into our lives is a gift, not a problem. The gift is understanding the lesson to be learned. We begin to see the world differently. We slowly start to become grateful for all challenges that come our way. We complain less and less. We become grateful for each day. Wow, this is beautiful. Years ago, when Joe went away to prison and I locked myself up into rehab and was doing therapy, and I had to come to terms with my part. And in rehab, I learned that I was no longer responsible. This was a major breakthrough. I was just no longer responsible for everybody around me. I just felt just so much guilt, so much shame. I was just too busy trying to make it better for everybody else and hurting myself, abusing myself, using the food, couldn't get enough in me to have more energy, to do more, to take care of everybody around me, back and forth. Going back and forth to prison, taking care of my kids, started my company in '88, up at 4 or 5 in the morning, go, 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 nonstop. And when I learned this about taking care of myself, there was a new profound freedom. And when I went into therapy with Joe and working on our marriage, I said to the therapist, this is where I'm screwed up, this is where he screwed up, and this is what we need to work on. And the therapist said to Joe, is she right on? And he said, she's right on. And that's when I really started to let go of the shame, really started to let go of beating myself up and realizing that I have new profound information to work with and that I saw light at the end of the tunnel. And like I said, all my fears that I had with Joe all came true. And I ended up, after 24 years, having to walk from my relationship. He did relapse, and I knew that I could no longer live with somebody that wasn't on the same page as I was moving forward and growing. And I would have ended up hurting him. I know my personality, the anger and the rage, I would have ended up in prison, literally, because I just could not accept it anymore. And people that are cheated on, that's like being cheated on when they take drugs over you. So it's all the same when you think about it, betrayal, not having your partner come through with what they say they're going to do. It's very disappointing. So today, I want you to look at your part. I want you to look at no longer blaming anybody for your unhappiness for the day. So I want you to write down all the people you're pissed off about, angry about, keep blaming about, and start owning your part. So where do you play a role? And start taking charge of that role. And so as you start getting better and the person in your life you still is not changing, it's time for you to reevaluate your relationship and decide what you're going to do. That's where you carry the power within. You start having choices. But when you play victim, you're going nowhere fast. You're staying just as sick as the person and the persons around you. So, and remember, again, nobody gives a shit whether you live or die. You need to get this. Like, no person, no government, nobody, no parent, nobody's going to save you from you. Only you can save you from you. That's all forms of manipulation for them to do what they want you to do for them. So if you're in a relationship with your parents, with whoever it is, your partner, with your children, you decide how much you want to give. You decide how much you're going to do. Or they will, children are born selfish. If you don't set boundaries, if you don't know how to say no, they will chew you up, spit you out, show up in your funeral and say, oh, she was a great mom. Oh, how sweet. And you know what? Again, that's your fault. You have only you to blame. It's all about that balance, not giving too much. You end up hating and resenting everything you do. So today, take charge of that life, your life. Learn the word no. Set boundaries. No more bullshit. Make yourself a number one priority, or else everybody will walk all over your ass and not care. You need to get this. You need to start caring. You need to start giving a shit. You need to start making yourself a priority and watch what happens. Watch out. Work on one thing at a time. Eventually it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss the loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust, respect, and be honest with them. Accountability is key. We cannot do it alone. We always lie to ourselves. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will accept and say thank you to everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I'm willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day that you don't want to do. My 2 things are always getting up early and working out and doing my podcast and keeping my food clean, and the rest will follow. We can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart, the greatest gift you can give yourself. You can reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my workshops and my books. If you want to learn about my services, lifeandharmonyonline.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my services. Remember, I'm doing the podcast Monday through Friday. Hit that colorful round button that says L, subscribe. Share it with everybody you love and respect. Please start with podcast number 1, number 2, number 3. That's why I did it in the playlist. And do it for 30 days. And if you're feeling great, do it for another 30. And before you know it, in 1 year, you will not recognize yourself. Remember that discipline and practice daily. And remember, I want you to have a shocking day today. And thank you for listening.